Hello Sagittarius, thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the They Lead My Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive cards, the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Already shuffled? Let's see what we got. I like how that last part came out. I leave it. I like this last part. Sagittarius. Now, I almost feel like there's a flopping of roles here to start with. Your partner has the Queen of Wands in their spiritual position. But the reason I feel this is because it kind of gives me that energy, that go-go energy, that just keep going. It's very supportive. It just seems to keep moving forward. Gets things done, like progress through action, through constant action. And I'm seeing that's what's happening. And I'm seeing the reason they're doing that, because their challenge card is the Six of Wands. They want things to work out. And I feel like something's a little... I feel like they did something not majorly... Not that was majorly bad, but just like... almost like a snafu. Whatever they did, something's off track. And I feel like that's the thing. Something's off track. There's a little bit of a snafu. And they're looking to fix it with the Hermit card in their thoughts. Like, there's like a snafu. Like, it's not like they did something majorly wrong. I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't know. They threw a monkey wrench into the way you do things, and they threw things off, and things are off. There's a snafu here. So they're trying to rectify that. But I'm also getting here the Ten of Swords, which seems to be their starting point, which is inspiring all this stuff. They're trying to correct it, but I feel like it's not it's not happening that easy. I'm almost feeling like they want to kind of correct it before you figure it out. But the Ten of Swords is telling me it's just like there's you flat out see it. It's kind of humorous to me because I feel like you're watching, you're just kind of like, yep, that's why we should do it the way I said. Like, I feel like that's what's coming out. Like you don't want me to see that, but I see it. I see what you're doing. I feel like that's what's going on here. It's kind of humorous. Even though, and I know I'm laughing, but they have the Ten of Swords. Like, they're really upset that you're even noticing. They thought something was going to work out perfectly, but I feel like you saw it for what it was, and you're just like, it's not going to work out. There's not going to be enough time. Things are going to blur into each other, and it's going to cause a mess. And they thought it would work out. They forced the issue. It's kind of what it feels like. And a snafu happened. It came down on them. They're trying to fix it. They're trying to fix it before you realize it. You see it. Because I'm getting, you're watching. This is interesting with the Two of Wands, because the way that looks is almost like that person's looking outside of a cave or something. Like all around that card looks like there's some type of, like they're looking out of something, in my opinion, is what it looks like. And it's almost like they're standing at this window, and they're like seeing what this other person is doing, and the Justice card is there, just kind of like, I don't know how this sounds, but it's kind of like you're thinking, I don't know if you're saying it, but if you're feeling, like, I told you so. Like, you should have listened to me. I feel like that's what's happening here. Now, I'm noticing your challenge card is the Queen of Swords. Swords? Okay, I'm going to just create my own little accent from somewhere. Swords. The reason this is the challenge card is it's to know you're right without gloating. This is a very intelligent card. Like, I've never seen this card come through dim-witted, for whatever that means. Like, you know you're right. I'm getting that. You know you're right. You could gloat. Your challenge is to not. And I feel like you might be saying, well, I wouldn't gloat. But then again, would you bring it up and then just like if you bring it forward, like, you're pointing out certain things, that's kind of like, even though you're not like gloating. It's kind of like having the same effect. The thing is to kind of like know you're right without actually rubbing it in. That's the challenge. That is the challenge. Because I feel like this goes better for you if you just kind of like, you see it and you kind of let them fix it themselves. I feel like you're kind of supporting a little bit on the sly. Like you're helping them, you're setting things up for them so it goes a little better, but you're not really letting them know, and they don't really see what you're doing to make it easier on them, but I do feel like you're helping them a little bit, just kind of over to the sly. And I'm getting, where this seems to be going is the Seven of Swords with Destiny. You're kind of letting it go, assuming that you don't point things out. Even if you do point things out, I feel like you're not holding on to it very long anyway. You're just kind of like, all right, it was what it was. You're just trusting they realize that they kind of should have taken your word a little closer to their own consideration. The Destiny with the Seven of Swords is kind of like you're letting it be. You're being very giving with the situation. Spiritually, like you're not, even if you're pointing things out, because I don't feel like you're gloating like, ha ha ha, like you were wrong, I was right, ha ha ha. I don't feel like you're doing that. But even if you are like pointing out, well, you know, this, that, and the other thing, if you're just pointing that out slightly, you're still, you know, giving them, I feel like you're still kind of praising them for being able to pick it up and correct it themselves. I feel like you're picking up their ego a little bit because you're realizing they feel a little bit downtrodden about the whole situation. And I feel like they are, it's not coming together exactly, at least in the time frame they want, but they're pulling it back together. Because I'm getting the Ten of Pentacles comes back around. They do pick it back up. They do put it back together. They're picking up their own mess is what I'm getting. And I feel like you're giving them accolades for picking up their own mess. And they're feeling pretty good. They're feeling like things are back on track. You're seeing that they clearly don't want that to happen again. So you're feeling like they're going to listen to you. You got that Star card where you're like, well, this may work out. And I'm getting, actually, to be fair, what helps you is the Judgment. You feel like, you know what, they didn't like that. They picked it up themselves. They clearly aren't going to want that to repeat. And you're feeling, and I believe you're correct, Judgment is in your favor. Next time it comes around, this should go more to your liking. Now, the last section, there's 3 cards. What makes things better for them is they got the Hierophant on, well, the Glamour is on top, but they got the Hierophant, and then they got right behind it the Lover's card. I'm getting the fact that they were able to pick this up and put it back in order, and you're giving them some accolades. That's the Lover's card. Like, they're feeling, like, they really feel that love from you. They feel like you're actually lifting them up. They're having those love feelings. Like, the love card's there. They're feeling very tight with you. Like, things are good. The relationship is good. The Hierophant is telling me that I feel like the way you want to do things, they're feeling like that's what needs to be done. The Hierophant is somebody, depending on how it's coming in, but in this situation, they may not like the way things are done, but they realize the way you do them, they get done. And they're realizing, you know, I need to kind of hold true to tradition here. That way I have the outcome that I like, instead of going through the woods here, trying to find a better way, and just ending up lost in the woods overnight. You know, and really not liking that. And I'm getting the Glamour here. The Glamour here is I feel like they're trying to act like they're okay with it. Like they're happy about it. Like things, like they love you. The love is there, very strong, and that's true. But the fact that they see they're gonna make mess ups again in the future. It's not. The Judgment is going in your favor. But I feel like the Glamour is the fact that they don't want to do it your way. But I feel like they're going to make mess-ups, but not like this. And it seems like it's going to be fine. I'm just trying to see exactly what the Glamour is saying. Like, they might be acting like they like it a lot more than they actually do. They're going to continue to go your way on it, but there might be little mess-ups here or there where they're just trying to, like, you know, touch their toe in the water, see if they can try something different. But they won't go as far as they went this time. How's that? All right. So that is Sagittarius relationship. Let's do Sagittarian singles. My dogs, lately this season, they've been barking. The cat's been crazy. I don't know what's up with my animals. They've been crazy. I swear, I like to... They've been barking during the personal readings, too, and I'd be like, this never happens, and I'm realizing I'm saying that a lot now. So apparently it's more common than I realize. Like, after the 5th or 6th time, I'm like, well, maybe it's... Maybe saying it never happens is not really what I should be saying. Because it's happening quite frequently. Messages for Sagittarian singles. Empowering messages for Sagittarian singles to help them see what's truly happening and help them get what they really want. I like the center. Let's see where the rest of this goes. I like that one. The King of Wands at the bottom. So there's motivation here. The King of Wands. The King of Wands. I feel that's definitely you. Alright, that's your energy. Pushing forward, thinking it out, seeing what you want, trying to go for it. Initiative. More about action, not letting something pass you by. That makes sense. Alright. You know, I feel like we need to start with this, and it might be a little bit of a downer for the whole situation, but I feel like it sets the stage for the whole thing. The environment has the Five of Swords with the Strength card. The Five of Swords is a fruitless victory. They can have what they want, but they're not really sure they want it. That's the thing. And I hope it doesn't sound too pessimistic, but like the strength here next to it is kind of like they seem to be holding on. I feel like this is important to know for this whole thing. If this reading really hits with you, this person, they seem to be going along with this because it's a conducive situation. It seems to be flowing easily, but I don't feel like they're invested emotionally. They're holding on, thinking it might get better. They're holding on, thinking, you know what if it sparks in later? But I mean, the spark isn't there for them for whatever reason. Like it's the same with you. Like sometimes there's just people interested, and they could be great. They could be the ideal Hollywood legend, whatever. But you're just like, I'm just not feeling it. Like it's just not there. So it says nothing bad about you. It's just not. Sometimes that spark is just not there. And I'm getting for this person, they would like it to be. They want it to be. They feel like it should be. So they're holding on, hoping it shows up. I'm not really feeling that, though. Now, I'm getting the Four of Cups here at the bottom. It seems like you're a little bit aware that things aren't quite on point here. And it feels like you're... See, this is an interesting card, and I am one definitely to go with the reading. I don't just go with the textbook definition, if you'd like. Because I'm feeling you're concentrating on the 3. You're aware of the 4th that's up here that it's not fitting, and you really do want it, but you seem to be concentrating on the 3 that are going well. You're aware that things aren't on point, but you're just kind of like, you know what, I feel like you're kind of in the same boat, like just holding on a little longer, maybe things will fall into place. Things just need to settle a little. And your thoughts are you'd like to go forward. The Chariot is telling me you want to just go forward. Things will sort themselves out. Things will sort themselves out over time. And the Page of Pentacles is kind of like you're nervous about investing in this situation, but you're still feeling a lot of value here, and you're thinking it's worth the risk, and you want to go forward with it. You're very optimistic, and I think that's great, because at the top you have the Star card, which is a lot of hope. You'd like this to work out. You really like this person. I wouldn't say you're in love with them, but you see the value in them. You'd like this to work out. You want to give it a shot. Especially when the same person, it seems like this has been a fading in and out situation as it is. I'm getting it's been a very weak connection until recently, and you're the one taking the initiative to just see if something can happen here. I feel like it's more up to you. They seem to just fade away, and they've faded away maybe a couple times. And I feel like you're pulling in and trying to get it going. And you're kind of like, if I can just get this ball rolling, maybe it'll take a life of its own. I feel like that's where you're standing. You might be more aware of how this person feels than I'm giving you credit for. So if that's the case, I apologize for that, because you may be more aware of this. It's just you're seeing a lot of value here. You're not flat out in love, but you're like, this could really work, and I think this deserves a shot. And one of the reasons I feel like you're in that is because you have the Emperor and the Empress together. Now, regardless of what type of relationship or the genders of anything, don't get caught up in the genders of either card. But these are complementing energies is what I'm going for. Like, the way you live life, the way they live life, very complementing. The things you're interested in, very complementing. Everything seems to be there but the spark. And I feel like you're thinking, this could be a great thing if that spark just ignites for this other person. So I just hope this comes across right. It doesn't matter. The genders here don't matter at all. The fact is these are complementing, supportive energies. So I feel like with this person, like you're seeing the fertility, like you do get along. It's just that one piece, that one cup is just not hitting there. And I'm starting to think for some of you, you might also feel like that spark isn't there yet. But you're seeing the value here, and you're just like, it could happen. And you want it to happen. You want it to happen. You think the two of you could get along and do great things. Things could go this could be a very good life. So you're trying. I don't think there's a lot of you that fall into that category, but some of you definitely. The spark isn't there, but you think this person is just really, you like this person. The friendship quality is there. Just the spark is the only thing that's missing, but you're like, this could be a great union if that spark would just show up. So you're going for it. You're trying. I don't feel it lasts more than 2 to 3 weeks, to be fair. If this is hitting, I'm getting you go forward, you push forward, you get it going. It seems to last 2 to 3 weeks, but you're the one with the initiative. The whole time, it's just you. The other person is not pushing forward with initiative. They're not. The world comes in. And I'm getting like this seems to be going to the side. Like I feel like that there's a flat out like this isn't going to work situation. Like somebody is saying this isn't going to work. Somebody is flat out saying it. It could be you, it might be them. Somebody is definitely saying it. And it could be you, and I'm thinking that because you're doing all the initiative, you're realizing they're not. And I feel like you're just kind of having this conversation with, like, you're trying to find out exactly where they stand, and they're telling you that the spark isn't there. They're giving you some type of direction in that way, and you're just like, well, I don't think this is going to work then. And they're like, yeah, I understand. And it just kind of, it could be going reverse, where they're seeing you put all the initiative in and they're not comfortable with it. And they're just like, I understand you're very interested, but I wanted it to be there. I think you're a great person, but it's just not there for me, and I'm sorry. And what I'm getting here is how this is ending. There's 3 cards. Best possible decision, healing, and then the 5 of Cups. Which I feel like the 3 is telling me, the 3 down is telling me romance is not here. It's just not here. The 2 up is telling me a friendship could survive. A friendship could survive. It seems like it really depends on how strongly you felt towards this person romantically. If you're one of the ones who fit into that category, the spark wasn't really there, but you thought this was a very complimenting, great situation, I feel like it can be a friendship fairly easily. If you did have that spark on your side, they just didn't have the one to complement it, like they had everything else, just not that, you may not be able to because it's a little bit it pulls on your heart a little bit. It depends how you feel. It depends what you think is right. Done? Okay, I think we're there. Alright, so that's Sagittarius single. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.